Pray Tell's condition worsens, and we finally get that magic moment between Angel and Poppy. Let's talk about Pose. Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to KRSTV. This is your boy Kenny. Now remember, subscribe to my channel and click that bell so you get notifications every time I drop a video. Also, follow all the information I have in the description box as well as the comment section. Also, like this video, comment on this video, and share this video. Now, before I get started with this review, let me send a shout out to Metro Health DC. If you are in the DMV area and you're looking for quality health care, reach out to us at Metro Health DC today. The number is in the description box in the comment section, and also the link to the YouTube channel is there as well. And definitely, call us and someone from the outreach team will be in touch with you. Also, let me send a special shout out to GMHC, which is Gay Men's Health Collaborative. If you are in the DMV area and you're looking to get tested for HIV, reach out to us at the GMHC crew for a home testing kit. You can have the kit mailed to you, or you can call and make a same-day appointment and actually come to our location to pick one up. And if you're interested in getting set up with PrEP, which is HIV prevention medication, reach out to us at the GMHC crew for that as well. Also, if you're a fan of your boy KRSTV and would like to become one of my Black Diamonds, subscribe to my Patreon today. Black Diamonds, because in darkness we still shine. And also check out my YouTube partner, BK WorldTube, which is the Black Netflix. You get shows like The Haves and the Have-Nots and the Black Ink Crew. So after you watch this episode, check out that link in my description box and comment section to check out my partner, BK WorldTube. Now, this is Pose Season 3, Episode 6, and the name of this episode is Something Old, Something New. This was a really good episode, and I am really sad that Pose is ending, but this episode was really good, and we finally got that beautiful moment, and I was so here for it. So let me begin. The episode starts off with Pray Tell. Pray Tell is literally we literally see that his retina has turned blue, which is kind of like a telltale sign that the virus has finally taken over and is what they would say the beginning of the end. And that's pretty much what the doctor told him. But Pray Tell was like, yeah, you told me that I was going to die within 6 months, but yet it's past 6 months and I'm still here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continue to live. Then we see later on, him and Blanca have a scene where he's actually designing her gown, being the mother of the bride. And, he tells her that, when he came to New York, he not only was trying to escape his family, but he wanted to start his own fashion house, which was definitely, cut from the story of Dorian Curry from Paris is Burning. And also the same thing when it came down to Electra in that trunk. That was also Dorian Corey as well. I meant Dorian Corey. Thank you. All right, so that was cool. And then she notices that he's wearing these shades, and when he finally takes off the shades, she sees that he's going blind in his eye, which is pretty much letting it be known that, yeah, the virus is taking over and that he's dying. And he actually shares with her that he's making this, this piece for the AIDS Memorial quilt. Y'all remember that AIDS Memorial quilt that was actually stretched on the National Mall in Washington, D.C., and it represented everyone that we lost to AIDS and HIV. And he pretty much says that he wanted this quilt to represent his legacy because he doesn't have anything. He doesn't have anybody. And he literally breaks down, and Blanca was like, yes, you do. You have us, and you're like the king of ballroom. You are ballroom. And he's like, those children ain't thinking about me. But I'm like, honey, legends are never forgotten in ballroom. Yeah, the kids do move on. They do. But they remember the legends. And definitely that's him. And it was great to see him and Blanca embrace. So she lets it know that she's going to actually help him to finish the quilt because he's kind of losing his sight. So he's not able to design as well as he was before. Then now I'm going to talk about Poppy and Beto. It is really cool seeing Poppy be a father to his 5-year-old son. They making pancakes together and everything. And then Ricky comes through. Ricky just got booked for Janet's tour because one of her dancers hopped on another tour. So there was an opening and he got in. So he's about to go on tour. And right now he's staying with Blanca. And Poppy knows that Angel's over there, so he asked about her. Then we see over there that damn Angel is acting like a completely bratty ass bitch. She is like having a temper tantrum, like, I'm not gonna be the mother to somebody else's child. Like, the wedding is off and blah blah blah. And I'm like, that Blanca was really getting her together. She was like, are you serious? All this money that Elektra spent on this thing, like, you think you can just up and quit now? And she's like, it's my wedding, I'm the bride, so if I want to quit, if I want to end it, I can end it. And I'm just like, girl, you want to end this whole wedding, the fact that Poppy has a son that he just found out about, and you making it seem as if this man cheated on you and shit. But she was doing the most. And even Ricky was like, girl, you are tripping. And we come to find out later on why she's acting the way she is. Because the next day, she's calling somebody, and Blanca says, if you call that man and tell him that the wedding is off, you're going to regret it for the rest of your life, because you're never going to find a man that's going to love you the way that Poppy loves you, which is true. And she thought she was going to call Poppy, but she actually was calling her father. And we come to find out that her father had been in touch this entire time. And come to find out while she was working the piers, she was sending money home to her dad. The same dad that kicked her ass out. She was sending money home to him to help him out with the bills and things like that. I mean, so even though her father hasn't fully accepted her, she still loves her dad. And she tells Blanca that, well, he's my father, and she's going to go meet him. So she goes to meet her dad. Her dad is working at this convenience store or whatever. Once she goes in there, one of these guys actually notices her, like, ooh, you sexy, ma. And then all of a sudden, her father's like, stop talking like that to my kid. He's like, I never knew you had a daughter. I thought you only had a son. And he's like, mind your fucking business. And I was like, oh, I already see right there, her father is still stuck in his traditional mindset, and he refuses to change his views. And we see that, he's ashamed of Angel. And I'm like, your damn child is not clockable. When people see Angel, people see a gorgeous woman. Like, did you not realize that your daughter was a fashion model and was, getting booked all over the world? Boo-boo. Like, you should be proud that Angel is your child. But here it is, he feels shame. So he takes her to this little restaurant, whatever. She gives him the money, and he just starts spewing all of this, negative stuff about, how he feels in regards to her. It's like, well, it's a good thing that your mother's not your mother's not alive to see this. She would be ashamed and all of that. And, and then, like, he just keeps saying that, well, you just have to understand, like, this, I don't see how I can accept this, my son wearing dresses, and and then she even tells him that she's engaged, and he's like, what, you're gonna, two men getting married? She says, I'm a woman. And then even when the waitress came to bring the food or whatever, she asked, who is this young woman? And he said, my daughter. But he said that, just to kind of ease the tension. But she didn't even clock Angel. She was like, oh, she is gorgeous. Like, dude, you have a beautiful daughter, and because of your own prejudice, you have literally created all of this distance between the two of you, but yet you want her money. So in a way, I was feeling some kind of way about the dad, that you don't want to accept her, but you quick to take her money from her, though. Even though she's doing all she can to help you, you can't accept your child for who she is. And the fact that her father was saying all this pretty much backward shit, because I don't think her father intentionally is hateful, but because he has that toxic masculinity and he has that machismo complex, he can't allow himself to think outside of those parameters. And it finally dawned on Angel that here it is. I've been trying to buy your love. I've been trying to get you to see me, but you refuse to see me. And here it is. I have a man who does see me, who loves me unconditionally, who accepts me. And what did I do? I ran out on him. The same way you ran out on me. So she kissed her dad on the head. She says, thank you for helping me to realize my fuck up. And she walked away. And I knew from that moment, you can see that her father was starting to choke up, because I'm like, yeah, you just lost your child. You just lost your child. But it finally woke her up to say that, the love that she was trying to get from her father, she already got that from Poppy. And yet she now realized she had to be a grown-ass woman, and she had to make things right. And we see that she goes, she goes to that. She pretty much lets herself in. Poppy and Beto are having pancakes, and he's talking to him, and pretty much he's even telling Beto that, it's okay for a man to cry. It's okay for a man to feel emotions, but you got to be tough. But you can't be afraid to show love, and you can't be afraid to show emotion. And this broke her down, because she grew up she grew up being raised by a man who suffered from toxic masculinity. And to see that the man that she's about to marry is completely dedicated to breaking that way of thinking, she realized that, yeah, she was about to fuck up everything. And it also goes back to what Blanca was telling her. So finally, she lets herself be known, and she apologizes to Poppy. And she says that is the wedding still on? And she's like, only if Beto will have me. And Beto was like, you want some pancakes? I was like, boom. And we see that while she's sitting at the table, and they, she breaks down, because she's like, wow, I am blessed. And I think that's what that moment was for her. She realized that she was about to walk away from the blessing that God gave her, because she was still on some old shit, not realizing that everything that she was looking for, she already had. So I thought that was very, very awesome how they did that. And it was also cool when they showed the scene where she was trying to bond with Beto, and Beto was just having a tantrum, throwing his toys. I want my Poppy. I want my Poppy. And she pretty much calls Blanca because she can't control him. Blanca pretty much showed her what to do. She came up in there with with a Mighty Morphin Power Rangers costume, told him to go in and try on and show me your favorite moves, because she knows that's what he likes. Oh, he came up in there, showed out and everything. And then, because Angel was like, how'd you do that? She's like, girl, it's about being a parent and being patient. You're going to need to learn to be patient and learn how to work with your kid. So Because, Angel ain't never had to do any of this before. But she reminded Angel, remember what I told you, that you are my legacy. You gonna take over. You're gonna have children of your own. And now you actually have an actual child that you're gonna be raising. So it's about time you get it together and, get into it. And then you had little Beto come out showing him all his favorite moves, and his favorite Power Ranger was Zach. Zach was my favorite too. Actually, yeah, he was my favorite because he was black. But definitely my favorite one was the red, because red's my favorite color. But yeah, I was a big Power Rangers fan, so it was cool to see that, because me and my brother used to literally rush home every day after school to catch Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. It came on the same time, I think maybe 30 minutes or so after school, but we would literally rush home every day because we did not miss any episode. And we used to live, good times. So then we see that Angel is having a discussion with, Lulu, Elektra, and Blanca about getting that marriage license. Now, we all know that on her passport, it says that she's a male. But when you look at Angel, you see nothing but a full-fledged woman, honey. And, they were all kind of saying well, how's this going to work? What if she gets clocked and all of that? Now, we know in real instances that she went for a marriage license and they are very thorough. They would have clocked that and she would have been denied. But for the sake of television, we're going to go along with this. But Elektra was like, hell, I can get somebody from the mob to concoct you a new passport and change that little M to a big F. And then, Lulu was talking about doing a commencement ceremony. All that matters is the love between you and Poppy, and that's all that matters. Fuck the world and what the world thinks. But then Elektra was like, the hell with that. I can work this out. I can come up, we can concoct you a new passport and we can change that. And then Blanca shut it all down. She's like, hell nah. Both, no. You're going to start your marriage off with a lie? She says you need to go in there telling the truth, be yourself, and trust me, hopefully she'll overlook it because you are such a flawless, beautiful woman. You'll pass and she won't even notice. So we see her and Poppy go there, and she's going through, and Poppy's talking about little Beto and all of that, and she goes to Angel when she goes to the passport, and she's like, oh, I didn't see this before. And then she points to the signatures, tells Angel to sign, so it completely bypassed her that Angel wasn't born a woman. But Angel is a woman, and she's gorgeous. I said because she's so pretty and so gorgeous, she can pass. People will look at her and will not see, they will see a full-fledged woman. So, but I'm saying in reality, I don't think it would have happened, not like that. But it was cool to know that she's so gorgeous that she just passed through that. So they got the marriage license. And then we also get a scene with Lulu and her junky-ass boyfriend, Jerome. Now, the thing is, Jerome looked good from afar, but once you got close to him, you saw how crusty and white his lips were. I was like, oh, you be sucking on the glass dick full time, bruh. And then literally pulled out the pipe and was starting to smoke it. She broke that shit because she has a chip. She has been clean for a month. So she's pretty much, working on her sobriety. And, she just got this new apartment that Elektra helped her to get. We see that she was looking at a picture of Candy before Jerome came in there. So she's really trying to get her life together. And she realizes that this man that she was in love with really don't want to change. He ain't for her new lifestyle. And to tell you the truth, when she broke that damn vow, I thought he was going to fight her. Because he got mad as fuck when she did that. But she pretty much says that no, I'm all about my sobriety, and I don't want any drugs, and if you can't abide by that, then you need to leave. So he chose to leave. She asked for her keys back. He threw the keys on the floor and walked out. And then she was like, "You sorry ass." I was like, it would have been interesting, because I think if she would have stayed in that situation, it probably would have led to domestic violence, because he kind of gave that aura about him, where he was all about himself, because, I mean, and the funny thing about it, Elektra did clock that whole relationship. She was like, girl, did that damn crack fry your brain? And your common sense? Because clearly she knew that was a drug-dependent relationship. And we saw for ourselves that's what brought them together. And the fact that she is now working on her sobriety, she can no longer go back to that. He was a drug as well. So then we get the wedding. We see Poppy, with, Lamar, Praytel, and Ricky. And, pretty much Poppy immediately clocked, Praytel like, yo, why you got them shades on? And he pretty much shows everybody that he's going blind in one of his eyes. And pretty much he let it be known that, yeah, I don't have that much time left, but it's not about me. It's about Angel and Poppy. And as soon as Ricky was starting to cry, he's like, don't you dare. This is not about me. This is about, Angel and Poppy. We're going to make it it's their day, and I'm here to celebrate that. And he says that, look, I may need some help walking down the aisle, but I'm here. And then Poppy gave this amazing speech about how being around these gay men taught him how to be a man. That moved the fuck out of me. And I was like, see, that's power right there. Because a lot of people think that being a man is showing all of this testosterone, being aggressive, always fighting, always, doing all this extra shit to prove your manliness. But really, being a man is not only being responsible, but being a nurturer, being a provider, being someone that, that does protect his family, but can also have a loving hand, and can also be emotional, and can be honest with who they are. And what we see is a lot of toxic men walking around thinking that they're men, but yet they're broken. And he said that, being out there in the streets, I didn't have any strong ties, people were going in and out of my life, but you're like the only family I really have. And then we see the ghost of Cubby come out, and we see he gets emotional and he notices that Cubby's there. So I was just like, that was really beautiful. To see that Poppy has embraced these men as his brothers, as his family. And that, you guys taught me how to love and how to be a man. And now I know I can be the man that's going to love Angel the way that she's supposed to be loved. I was like, you better go. And then he was also discussing like how he wanted to do something special, but he's already said the right thing, and he's always said all this love stuff. And Ted was like, well, hey, good, try something different. Think outside the box. Be creative. And what he does was very awesome. So then we go into the bridal suite. You got all the women there, and they give Angel her gifts, something borrowed, and Blanca gave her her mother's cookbook. Something new, Miss Elektra got her this fabulous white fur coat from Barney's. Brand spanking new, and it was gorge. I was like, wow, Miss Elektra. Miss Electra's money is just flowing like water, and I ain't mad for abundance all day. I'm with it. Then, Blanca gave something old. Elektra gave something new. Something borrowed came from Lulu, and Lulu pretty much gave her her 1 month sobriety chip, because she said that Angel was the one that inspired her to get her life together. Now that Angel is now moving on and she's about to marry the man, the love of her life, and is about to start a family, she says, I realized that I had to get myself together, and she wanted to share that with her. And Electra even said that she's proud of Lulu as well. So that was a really healing moment, that Lulu decides that she's going to choose her sobriety and to move forward with her life. And then it was Something Blue, and I was so here for this because they brought back my girl Miss Candy. Because the Something Blue was Candy's hammer wrapped in blue ribbon. And then all of a sudden we see the ghost of Candy. She's at the piano playing the wedding song, and she looked good too. She pretty much tells Angel, look, that hammer got me through a lot of tough times. Rough trade, checking bitches when they get out of line. And she says, you are the mother. You protect your man, you protect your son, you protect your family. We are the protectors of our families. And she says, and then Poppy gets out of line, busts his damn kneecaps. I was like, oh shit. That was everything. So then we get the actual wedding, and it was a really good moment. And then of course Angel was saying that I don't see why, because she was still feeling like, I don't understand how I was able to make it, and she's like, we're not doing that. That's a waste of time. You're gonna make it. You've made it. This is meant to be. So embrace it, own it, and live it. Simple as that. And that's pretty much was the gist of their conversation. Then we get the wedding. We see all the girls come in there with their wedding dresses on. We see little Beto was the ring bearer, and that was cute. And then we also see Christopher is there with Blanca, and it was beautiful. And then Miss Angel walked down the aisle. She looked gorgeous. And we just saw Poppy tear up when she was walking down the aisle. I was like, boy, the acting on this show is everything. So they get to doing their vows, and she does hers. And then when he's about to do his, he literally it's like he was reading lyrics. And Christopher clocked it. He's like, is he reading I Swear from As Yet? I was like, and then all of a sudden he was like, I can't do this. And at first, Angel's like, Poppy, what you saying? What's going on? And then all of a sudden he starts singing, I swear by the moon and the stars in the sky. And he just starts singing, and then you got Ricky backing him up, and then he literally sings I Swear to Her by As Yet, a timeless classic. And I was so here for that, and I was like, wow, that was beautiful. And they pretty much got married, and pretty much as a wedding gift, Miss Electra bought Poppy a new convertible, and they go on their honeymoon, and it was really beautiful to see that Beto and Angel are bonding. He's calling Angel mommy, so he now has a new mommy, and he's also with his pops, and we see that they have literally fit in to the norm, because Angel's not clockable. So all of a sudden we see this guy comes in. He's like, is that your family? He's like, yeah, we're actually on vacation on our honeymoon. And he was like, and he showed him that his wife and his 2 kids, and he was like, yeah, it's just nothing like it. And pretty much you see that Beto and Angel are building a sandcastle, and Poppy goes there to join them, and that's where the episode ended. And I was like, wow, that was really beautiful that we see that Poppy and Angel had a happy ending, and now they're raising Beto together, and Beto has accepted Angel as his mom. And it was really beautiful. So that's what I have, y'all. If I missed anything, get down in the comments and let me know your thoughts. I was so here for this episode. And the next episode is the series finale, and I know it's going to be a tearjerker. So get down in those comments, let me know your thoughts. And until next time, everybody, take care.